Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as That Mom of 5. If you're new to my channel, welcome and don't hesitate to join this family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome and thank you for always coming back. So without wasting much of your time, I have come here with a recipe and a video of how I made a very scrummy Nigerian for Egusi. You know what? There is no party complete without Egusi on the menu, because with Egusi, you can eat it with pounded yam, you can eat it with eba, you can eat it with rice, you can eat it with anything. In fact, you can eat it on its own, just like I'm doing here. You know what? Me hitting this, I'm only acting like a big auntie. Yes, I'm only acting like a big auntie, because afterwards I'm going to be settling down with my keto swallow, that is my cabbage swallow. So if you really want to see how I made this yummy, scrummylicious Nigerian Egusi, and this method is the frying method. Yeah, I love using the frying method. So if you want to see how I cook this scrummy Nigerian Egusi with the frying method, don't click away. The recipe is just in the next clip. Here, I guess you are here to find out how I cook my Nigerian tantalizing, mouth-watering efo elegusi. And this efo elegusi that I'm about to cook is like elemimeji. Like, it's got all of what you want to see in a very, very yummy, tantalizing efo elegusi, popularly known in Nigeria, that you can have with either pounded yam, with keto swallow, with eba, with, you can have it with so many things. And in fact, you can actually eat it on its own without any swallow. So I don't want to waste much of your time. Let's go into the ingredients and kind of the way I cook my efo elegusi. I do the frying method because I love when the lumps in the egusi is like this. Like, I just love the lumps. I love it. And this is what this looks like before it was blended. So this was what it looks, what the melon looks like naturally, and once blended, this is what you get. So I'm going to run you through the ingredients I've got. So I'm going to start from here. So as you know, I've got my seasoning, salt, knorr cubes, and some multi-purpose seasoning. I've got some beef stock here. I've got chicken and turkey, which were boiled and oven grilled just to give it that brown look. I've got my sliced onions. I've got my blanched spinach. So when I mean blanched, that is, I've washed them and kind of like simmer them in hot water for about 5 minutes just to take out the excess water in spinach. As we all know, spinach is very, very watery, like it's filled with water. So that's that. I've got some mackerel here. I've got some beef stripe or tribe. As you know, I've got my melon egusi. I've got my blended assorted pepper. So in there, I've got bell pepper, I've got scotch bonnet, I've got half a tin of 100 gram of tomatoes, just to blend that up. And then I've got cow feet, or cow foot as we will call it. And in here I've got like assorted dried fish. I've got okporiko or panla, as we normally call it in Nigeria. The Igbos normally use this, and it gives that efo elegusi or efo riro a very, very a special smell. So if you've not watched how I cook my efo riro, I'll leave it in the card somewhere for you to go check out. And in here I've got my blended onions and garlic. So when I'm going to start now, I'm going to be mixing this my blended onion and garlic with this egusi, and so which is what we're going to be doing next. And then, as you all know, when you're cooking your efo egusi, you definitely need your palm oil as well. So I'm going to be using palm oil to cook this soup. So here we're going to move over to my pot area now. There it is. So I already got it on the cooker. So I'm just going to get going by mixing my egusi with my onion water. So while we are here, I'm just going to be adding my palm oil to my pot. Guys, look at what my kids did to my tefal pot. Look at that, they've just destroyed my pot. So the palm oil is going in the pot, just enough to cover the bottom of the pot. I'll see if I can show you. Probably like about a cup. Yeah, about a cup of the palm oil. So the palm oil is simmering now, just in time for me to mix my egusi. So I'm gonna shake this liquid. So like I said, I've got onion, a big bulb of onion and some ginger and garlic with a little bit of water. So I'm just gonna turn that into the egusi just now. So the onion mixture is now in the egusi. So I'm just gonna turn this to make it into a thick paste, and I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So after mixing my egusi with the onion liquid, this is what it looks like. You want a thick batter. So this is what you want. This is what you want. You don't want it runny because, like I said, we are using the frying method. That is how I cook my foil egusi. So that's properly mixed now. So I'm just going to wait for that oil to heat up. Once it heats up, we're going to be dropping balls of this egusi into the oil to fry for a few minutes. So I'm waiting for that oil to get hot enough, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Alright guys, just want to show you the state of the palm oil now. It's quite warm, so I'm going to be dropping balls of the mixed egusi into it. Alright, you can use your hand to drop the balls of egusi in, but because I'm kind of like washing dishes in between, so I won't be using my hand. So I'm just going to be doing that. I should probably grab. So while you're doing this, you need to do it on a low heat because you don't want the egusi to get burnt. So I'm gonna be dropping this in balls. It doesn't matter what size of balls, just do that. So I'm gonna do this, and then once I'm done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like in the pot. So this is all the melon mixed with onion already now in the pot. So now I'm gonna leave this on low heat of number 2 on my cooker for about 5 minutes. Then I'll be back to turn it around on so it fries on both sides. Alright, so guys, this has been frying for about 5 minutes, so I'm just about turning it now. I'm turning it now, so I'm gonna do the same. Look at how it looks like you want to get it fried, but not to the extent of it burning. So this is just perfect. So I'm gonna turn the rest, or the ones in the corner, I'm just gonna turn those now, leave that for 5 minutes, then I'll be back to show you the next step. Right guys, so this has fried to a perfection. So the next thing now, still cooking on low heat, is to add in my blended pepper mix. Yeah, so this is the next thing going in, blended pepper mix. All of this is going to go in. I'm not going to break those fried melons. No, egusi, I'm not going to break, so I'm just going to add my pepper to it. And then with this soup, we are looking for minimal liquid, so I'm just doing a little bit of my stock there. Do that, add it in. So the next thing I want to add is this cow foot. The reason I'm adding this is because I boiled it and it's not 100% soft. So I'm going to pop it in the soup now to boil with it, and then leave it for 5 minutes so it boils like this. It's already in the soup boiling as compared to when I had the fish and stuff. So the cow foot is going to go in just now. So after adding all the cow feet, I'm still not breaking or turning anything, but I'm going to shake my pot a bit just to allow that blended pepper that I poured in to get to the bottom of the egusi. Because if I have to start turning it now, the egusi might break. The egusi is going to break eventually, but as at now, I just still want it to remain intact. So I've done that. I'll cover this up and leave it for 5 minutes, and I'll be back. All right, guys. So this has been cooking for about 6 to 7 minutes. So I'm just, you can see, I'm just using this to turn from the side. And this is what we are looking like. So the next thing to go in the pot right now will be seasoning. So I'm just going to be adding the cubes. Right, so the seasoning and the cubes going in. So now I'm going to add the chicken just a bit. I don't want it too much, too crowded. A bit of the turkey and chicken just there. And then I'm gonna be adding my tripe, cow tripe, and all of these. I'm gonna add it in, leave it for another 5 minutes just to cook down before we add in our fish next. All right, guys. So we're still cooking on low heat. So now I'm just using the spatula, if I call it that way, to just turn this soup on the side. So now I'm gonna be adding my fish. Yeah, so the fish it won't be long at all. So just add the fish just for a few minutes. So you can see I'm adding my fish just now. I like to add my fish in chunks because by the time you start turning this soup, or by the time you're about to serve it, all this fish will break down eventually. So I'm just adding that, and then we have to leave this to cook on low heat. Like I said, still cooking on low heat for about 5 minutes. I love these dried ones. They are really yummy. So, and then I'm gonna add some mackerel as well that I told you about. This just give it like that yummy sweet taste. There we go. So this is just still the base. So that's that there. All right, so I'm just using this spatula to kind of like, turn this up. See the egusi, unlike some egusi that when you cook it, it's like melted. See, you can still see the egusi molded. Look at that. So that is how I love my egusi. I want when I'm actually eating with any kind of swallow or whatever it is I'm eating it with, I want to be able to feel the egusi, like, pick it up with like whatever you're eating it with, not all of the egusi crumbling in the soup. No, I don't like when egusi crumbles in the soup. Like you can still see mold of egusi. Look at that. That's my egusi mold there, and it's properly seasoned, so you'll be enjoying this with whatever you're eating this way. So I've added the fish, and if you can see, I'm not actually turning it roughly. I'm using this spatula to pick the sauce from the bottom to the top. So I'm just going to show you once again. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I don't want to scatter the egusi in it. So that's one purpose of it. Oh, this smell is like out of the world. So let me test for salt. This tastes absolutely yummy. In fact, I don't need any salt for this at all. I don't need no salt. So now I'm gonna add my spinach as well. For me, I don't like too much spinach in egusi when I do egusi. So you see, this spinach still has water in it because spinach has lots of water even though it's been blanched. So I'm just gonna put this on top of it. I'm not gonna stir it just yet. Put it on top of it, and I've reduced the heat to number 2 on my cooker. So add this spinach onto the egusi like this, and you don't want to cook this for long. So what we are doing right now is leave the spinach on top of the egusi like that, cover it up, and you're going to simmer for 5 minutes. So my cooker is on number 2 just now, so I'm going to leave it that way and simmer for 5 minutes, and I'll be back after 5 minutes. Lest I forget, I'm just going to add these onions just at the top as well because I don't want the onions to disappear in the sauce. So that's why I'm adding with the spinach as well, just at the top there. So now we'll cover that up and then simmer for 5 minutes. All right, guys, so this has been simmering for the 5 minutes I said. So now I'm just trying to incorporate that spinach into this. So by this time I'm just going to switch off the cooker because this is almost practically done. This is this soup practically done. Look at how yummy. I wish you guys are here to smell this, like to perceive the smell coming from this egusi soup. Look at that. It's really, really yummy. It smells really good. Like, my mouth is watery already. I hope you guys can see that. I'm just trying to incorporate the spinach into it. So while cooking this, I have actually not added any water. Look at that. And it's got like minimal water, and I like the fact that, you know, it's not too oily. You see some egusi, like palm oil is swimming in palm oil. This one is different. Like, this Nigerian egusi soup is definitely different. Right, so I'm gonna dish it out now just to show you guys what it looks like in a bowl. So this is the final outcome of this SCRUMMY yummilicious Nigerian egusi soup, and I've actually got it dished out here. So you can eat this with rice, with eba, with pounded yam, with anything you desire. You know, it's really, really yummy. And like I said, this is one of the belle of a Nigerian party menu list, and this is also one of the best soup in my house that I cook, and I enjoy it. So this is my Nigerian egusi soup, and I've used the frying method. So if you have watched this till now and you like what you see, but you've not smashed on that subscribe button yet, why don't you give me a like, give me a comment in the comment section. Also, click on that subscription button and click on notification bell, so that anytime I have a recipe like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And don't forget to share this video as well. There might be some amateurs out there who don't actually know how to cook the proper Nigerian egusi soup, and this is SCRUMMY. I need to say this again, it is SCRUMMY. So I'm just gonna go now, have a sit down and enjoy this with my keto cabbage swallow. And thanks for watching. Bye.